quality. There we go. We learned from the Galaxy Note 7 issues and have made changes as a result.
Like last time? Like the first time that they learned from the Galaxy Note 7 issues and then made changes as a result?
There's also something about top-load washers. There's a See Details link here as well. Anyway, the point is Samsung's new and enhanced quality assurance measures are for product safety. You can watch a video about it. Samsung's got that linked on their site. So the first...
We should do a factory tour. They should...
That would be pretty cool.
And we should broadcast to the world.
I'd be totally down. I was trying to get LG to let us come see their display manufacturing.
Oh, that would have been really
Which would have
awesome.
been really cool. But
I would love how to see that.
The thing about LG is that, like, as far as, like, okay, I think that industry is secretive to the point where, like, maybe not quite the, I forget his name, the Soviet rocket scientist who couldn't even be given a Nobel Prize because the Soviets kept his name a secret and he wasn't allowed to have photographs taken of him. Like, he only got secret medals that he wasn't allowed to wear or show anybody. Like,
oh my goodness.
Soviet Russia, man. Like, I don't think it's quite like that, but I think it's to the point where they don't even really want people seeing, like, the layout of the floor and, like, how many people work on that and whatever. Like, because there's a lot of, I mean, the Korean supergiants are, like, hyper competitive. So I understand why they didn't let us do it. So anyway, the TLDR of the Samsung thing is the first battery issue was the negative electrode tips touching each other in a curved way, causing a negative charge to occur. The second battery issue was an abnormal weld spot in the middle left of the battery that caused it to short circuit. So in their commitment to quality article, they address why this won't happen again. So it's quality first, which means improved processes throughout the company to make sure quality and safety comes first. I wonder what was first before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying, like, this is a bad thing to say, and I'm not even suggesting that quality and safety first wasn't already the way that they were designing products. I'm just wondering, so they're just, like, saying, like, yes, and we'll do it better this time. Okay, so there's an 8-point battery safety check now. So an extensive battery check protocol to ensure the safety of the battery, which includes durability tests, charge-discharge tests, visual inspection tests, OCV test, TVOC, I'm not sure exactly what that is, X-ray test, accelerated usage test, and disassembling test. Okay, they've got multi-layer safety measures.
I love how the TVOC test literally just says additional testing to ensure battery integrity. I'm gonna look up what this is.
Let's test validation of cells. TVOC. Testing and validation of cells. There.
You always can.
Well, you know what? I made it up on the spot.
TVOC is a grouping of a wide range of organic chemical compounds to simplify reporting when these are present in ambient air or emissions. Many substances such as natural gas could be classified as volatile organic compounds.
Okay, that's a completely different thing. That has nothing to do with this.
Total volatile organic compounds.
Okay, so it's a multi-layer safety measure, so the idea is to improve safety standards for their batteries, from hardware design to software protection. They also have a team of experts from academia and from research centers to objectively analyze the safety of their batteries, called the BAG, or they're calling it Battery Advisory Group, but I like the BAG better. Okay. Did you cover electric cars and cheap solar? Halt
like,
fossil fuel growth?
Sort of.
Sort of?
But it's very uninteresting.
Okay, cool. So let's move on. This is interesting. So this was posted by
I'm like
Wins on the
rather
forum.
certain that's actually what it is. The TVOC thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, you win, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not 100% certain.
So the original article here is from The Verge. Apple has filed a patent for some sort of vaporizer. So here's the diagram. So there's a lid.
Okay.
There's a vapor. There's a substance being vaporized or sublimated. There's a heater, here, I guess, and a plate.
You can patent this.
Which is here. There's a chamber body, and it should be noted that the chamber body, you can tell from the little lines going this way, are separate from the lid. Okay? So it's not sealed. Okay, so there's
You can patent this.
Uh,
What?
well, hold on a second. They published a patent application
Okay.
that details a peculiar vaporizer technology. Okay, so I mean, okay, so some folks might, maybe this is, you know, wishful thinking for some people out there, might go, oh wow, the iVape. Probably.
I would be very surprised.
Probably not. But basically the plan is for the apparatus to be able to regulate temperature to release heat from a substance within a canister. They also want to be able to keep air out of the chamber with the substance being vaporized. So, I mean, e-cigarette could be a potential application. Air freshener for a car is one of the other suggestions in the doc, though I'm not really sure about that. No other information available.
I have no idea. I couldn't possibly imagine.
What would you do with a vaporizer if you were Apple? Would you maybe put it in your stores so that Apple stores would have a particular scent?
Okay.
Huh? Maybe it would
Yeah.
be a more efficient way to have an Apple scent
Yeah.
in your store?
Yeah.
I mean,
And it could be like a good-looking thing that makes the scent instead of like a hidden scent thing that a lot of stores use.
yep, they've done like a lot of, oh, that could even be a product. The I smell.
I'm sure they call it something other than that.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It is being, like, weed is being legalized in a lot of states.
Oh, I can't even.
I seriously doubt it.
I
But it
can't
could be
even-
them, no, but it could be them patent trolling a little bit. Here's an idea, let's patent it. If someone wants to use it, they're gonna have to pay us. Maybe. That's as far as I'm willing to reach in that direction.
I have a hard time. I mean, Apple's stance on pornography, even in the early days of the iPhone, was like Jobs basically didn't want boobs on his
Yes,
device.
but
So,
Jobs
like,
is pretty down with the drugs.
okay,
Or was.
okay, this is true, but what I mean is, like, they take a fairly conservative stance as a company, and I don't mean like necessarily conservative in the sense that you know, their CEO can't be out of the closet gay. I just mean like they don't have, you know, an I drink. You
Yeah.
know, like they, even though, you know, wine culture in California is absolutely a thing, one of the preloaded things on your iPhone isn't iWine. You know, like a curated way to, you know, buy wine with Apple Pay online or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they could easily do any of these things, but they don't. They leave that to the third-party app developers to come up with, like, you know, a smoking tracker or whatever the case may be, like whatever. Yeah. So I can't imagine them doing it, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. That doesn't make a ton of sense.
Okay, so moving on.
To the most interesting topic we have today.
The most
More
interesting
interesting than all those drives. The Gartner Summit's Data Summit.
What? No, this is the
The ad you
Logitech.
posted.
Okay. I didn't even see the ad. I don't even see ads. I'm not aware that they exist. It's like muscle memory.
Don't look. What ad was on your page?
Go, Daddy.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I would have gone like this. I would have gone. This pertains to
and
my
it's
interests.
gone.
Sort of.
Okay, so this is fancy and new.
Okay, so I actually got briefed on this earlier this week.
Okay.
Without asking my permission. I love it when this happens. Like, NVIDIA will do this with graphics cards that they know that nobody cares about. They'll send you an email. They're like, but whatever 40
way.
GS is in the mail.
Yeah.
Here's your reviewer's guide.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, I really wasn't going to review this. I mean, now I feel obligated because there's a graphics card in the mail. It's like, it's not like I feel obligated because you, like, paid me for my time in some way. I mean, we're talking about, you know, an $80 graphics card. Like, there
I
is...
thought you were going to say we're talking about video.
No, it's just, it's more like a social obligation. Like, you know, you did a thing, you involved me, you made me feel like part of the pre-launch experience. Maybe I should actually review it sometime. Anyway, so they pulled one of those on me. What's it called? The Logitech Spotlight was already in the mail.
Oh, this is a Spotlight. Oh.
Yeah, this is the Spotlight. The Logitech Spotlight was already in the mail by the time I got my briefing call on it.
You're gonna use it now.
For what?
You're gonna end up using it in some weird video.
Okay, it's actually possible. So Logitech's whole thing is like, we're gonna reimagine the presentation remote.
That needed to happen.
Okay, so tell me this.
Yeah.
Let's talk in like super corporate boring terms.
Okay. I don't do very well with that, but okay.
What are your pain points when it comes to giving presentations? You know, pain points, right? Like that's
Sure.
like addressing a customer need. That's what they're called. They're called pain points.
I don't really feel like I would have any major ones.
No major pain points?
I would feel like if someone was telecommuting in,
Yeah.
I feel like the hardware and software to support that is extremely subpar.
Oh, no, this is for in-person presentations.
Yeah, they mostly seem
Okay, so...
fine. I don't have a ton else to say there. I've given presentations too.
Yeah.
Back when I was in school, I had to like present to. Yeah.
Okay, so the opening slide of the
I'm sure they have something amazing.
Yeah, of the deck that I was shown was like some percentage of people fear public speaking more than death, which is like obviously like a flawed study. We've all heard it before. You've heard
Yeah,
that before,
yeah.
right? Which is ridiculous
I've
because
never had a problem with that, even before this job.
if you asked, well, it's not even about whether you personally would. It's about the way that they must be collecting data for
Yes.
this
Yeah.
this study. I mean, you can't call that a study because there's two ways that you can collect data about what someone would prefer: to speak in front of a large audience or to die. You can ask them on the phone. So, question 6B, would you rather... Or you can hold a gun to their head and start talking, or I'm gonna your freaking brains all over the... They'll
Pretty
start
much
talking.
everyone will start talking.
They'll start
and
talking.
then even then, I bet you it was a mass survey of a whole bunch of questions, and you had to rate it on a scale. And then people went, public speaking, that's a 0. I hate doing that.
Yeah.
Then it was like death, and they're like, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm gonna put a 3 because I am satisfied with my life. Blah 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 blah. It's probably just weird emotional response stuff.
Yeah, so anyway, so one of the features it has is that in a minute, you can get 3 hours of presentation battery life. So like,
Okay.
if you were stuck, it's 3 hours? Is it 6 hours? It was like a lot. It was like actually, it was actually pretty impressive.